guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about, well, not necessarily talking, but more or less the making of pogo anchors. If you don't know what pogo anchors are, they are essentially just a DIY earth anchor, trap anchor, whatever you want to call it. Really handy. This will be my first year trying them. I've driven a few out here in the yard, and I can't pull them out. You know, my grandfather damn near kill him every time. Every time I have him try and pull on them. So I'd say they're nothing short of going to work. But obviously this year's videos, if you guys watch this year's videos, you'll see me use these all this year, unless something unless something goes wrong and I decide to change back to not wolf fangs, but the other ones, the ones that look like bullets. I usually use those. I love those. I don't like wolf anchors or wolf fangs, but anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how to make these pogos, and we'll go from there. So basically, all you'll want is some 20D 4-inch bright common nails. Then you want 1 1/4 washers. And if you don't already, you guys are going to want I think it was Bob Murray's or Bob Custer. I think it was Bob Murray's B2 trap bender. I'll leave a description, or I'll leave a link in the description below of the bender, as well as the washers, and as well as the 20D 4-inch nails. Basically what you want to do is you just want to put it in here. You want to bend it to a 45 degree, and you want to turn it, take it where it's at and turn it the other opposite way, flat, and then bend it all the way almost to a close, but not fully a close. And you want to take your washer, you want to slide your washer on, you want to take your bolt cutters, you want to close, or you want to cut off your excess. You want to come where the ribs are and the nail towards the base of the head. You want to come in directly where it bends, cut that off, and you want to take channel locks or another vise, and you want to close it. It's up to you whether or not you want to tack the ends down. Not sure, my camera won't focus, but tack the ends down right here. Tack it close. You don't have to. You can do it, but you don't have to. So basically, hold on, let me try and get you guys down at a lower angle real quick. Alright, so what you want to do, hold on. Hopefully my phone doesn't drop, because if it does, that'll be a bad day. Okay. Basically what you want to do, take your 20D 4-inch right common nail, and you want to take the base of it, and there's a flat piece, and then there's a big pivot nipple. Put it between those two. You're going to take it, you want to turn it to a 45 degree angle. About that much. Then you want to take it, so you want to take it like that, and then when you take it out like that, you flip it around just like that. So literally just turn it the opposite way, lay it back in there, and then you just want to bend it all, like I said, not all the way around, but most of the way. Sometimes you'll close it more than you want to, you can't get the washer on. I like to put it on like that from there. Now the ribs I'm talking about start right here. You can kind of see the indentation, but basically if the ribs start right here, right there, come straight across and cut right there on that middle piece. Take your bolt cutters, line it up right there in the middle of the ribs, take it, or you can cut it and not send nails everywhere in the garage and pop your grandma's tire. So like that. Then you want to take your pliers, and you want to just basically just crimp it down to a close. Vise is definitely easier to do. I'm not saying this is difficult, but it's, I also want to say it's necessarily fast. It's kind of your personal preference. We only have one vise here, So obviously I'm just going to keep the bender in the vise and use the channel locks versus taking that out, putting this in, crimping it down, putting that back in, especially when I've already done 100 and I have 100 more to go. So there's really no point in me doing that. It'll take me a lot longer. So basically you'll come to a close like this. I mean, you can close it more or you can tack it shut. I might tack most of these shut, but from what I've seen, I think it'll be okay if you leave it untacked. But I could be wrong, but this is just a video on how to make them. So again, 45 degree, flip it around, bend it again, like this, pogo or washer, in, it's right there, come from the inside of your rib, directly straight down, boom, right there. Take your bolt cutters, hook it on, cut it. Now you got another bend. Take your pliers, you bend it shut. Now you can go long, you can cut it a certain length. I mean, I've cut some short, I've come some long. I've tried both. Regardless, they're going to hold. Just like wolf fangs or any other anchor other than like a wolf fang, or not a wolf fang, a T-bar. You know, because that's obviously you just hammer it in, leave it. You have to pull up to set it. If you do not, more than likely that coyote is going to get caught and it is going to take that pogo out of the ground and it's going to leave with it. I want to tell you guys right now, these are, I don't know if I said it, they're 1 1/4 washers. There's half and there's 2 inch. Or 1 1/2, 1 1/4, and 2 inch. I got 1 1/4. I think 1 1/4 will be okay. This is as soft of a soil as we're gonna get out here in Illinois. And I was skeptical because the soil is so soft. I thought maybe I would need a 2 inch. And like I said, me and my grandpa both were out there with hammers, yanking every which way, even directly pulling up. We couldn't get it to come out. So 1 1/4 is going to be more than good enough for me here in Illinois. It might be different for where you guys are at, depending on where you're watching. 1 1/2, 1 1/4, definitely good for that harder stuff when you're driving in, so you don't peen that 2 inch washer. If you hit a rock, you're gonna bend it regardless, or hard soil, you're gonna bend that washer, you're gonna curl it. It's just not going to work. But if you use that 1 1/4, 1 1/2, you might be able to get by it. It may not curl as bad, or it may not curl at all. But for me, where I'm at, I don't think I'm gonna have to venture more than 1/2 or 1/4. I'm just gonna stick with a 1/4 this year, and if I don't like it, maybe next year I'll venture to 1/2 or 2 inch, but just gonna stick with this year. So yeah, so I think they'll work okay. This I have the driver too. You can get your driver. I'll post a link in the description as well for the driver. What you can do too is you can just take a rebar and you can get a close up of the driver, and you can take how you insert this into the driver, and you can take those exact same cutouts. You could take it to your local welding shop and have him cut down a grade 8 bolt, cut the threads in the head, and cut it down to do the same cuttings on the end of the driver, and weld it to your T-bar. I gave the local welding shop here in town I used to work at, I took my rebar to him, I took the grade 8 bolts to him, and I said, hey, I need you to cut the ends of this grade 8 bolt like how it is on the driver, so I can use it, because my driver is almost going to break here before too long, or bend outwards. It's not going to work. So I need another end, so I can cut that end off and put that one on. It is outside, but I also made my own driver today. I just need to weld on the end, or as I call it, the fitting. I need to weld on that grade 8 bolt that is going to be cut down to drive this in, and then I just need to weld it onto the end of the rebar. But anyways, guys, that is how you make your pogos. I hope you guys liked today's video. I know I kind of rambled on most of the time, but as long as you guys were able to get the gist or the idea of how to make a pogo, then that's the big part. I just wanted to pass on what I was told and how I did it, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys so you guys are able to make it and do your own, and hopefully you guys spread the word. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe and like, and maybe post a comment what you guys want to see next. Hopefully going to be building a lot more stuff this year, and this weekend it sounds like we will be ordering my first shed. So around end of August, stay around. I'm going to post another video. First shed will be here, so really excited for that. So stick around, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.